Hey, how's it going? We are back for some more Daily Race B. Bit of an extra stream tonight for some more Gran Turismo. I was having a bit of fun with the races. I thought we'd give it another go for the last go of the week. I was just going to do the 2 nights, but the race has been quite good, and I wanted to try the R8 again. I had a go of the R8 on Tuesday, earlier in the week. We set an okay time. Did the 4GT, managed to improve the time a little bit. Went back to the R8 for a few laps today and managed to improve the time again. So I'm going to stick with the R8. I think it probably suits me better than the Ford. It's pretty close between the two as to which is the best. I think the Audi R8 seems to win on the middle section and also some of the curbs, and the Ford's got the highest speed. But then swings and roundabouts, it depends which one you find you can control best. And for me, it appears to be the Audi R8. So let me just jump into a race before I forget. Get a couple of laps in. Hopefully there won't be too much carnage tonight, because we had a fair bit of carnage to start with, and then it kind of settled down later on. Let me just put this camera back on the horizontal stream. There we go. So we are streaming horizontal and vertical at the same time, as per usual. So let's jump in and try and get a couple of laps on the Audi. So our time is now 1:26.5. We've gone up from a 1:26.6 to an extra 10th. 1:26.550 is our time, which I was hoping to get to the 1:26.5s. I didn't think I was going to do it, but managed to sneak in with the Audi. We are 556th. I mean, it's nearly, if it had been 550th, that would have been ideal. With the 550 and end up 550th. But yeah, that's not too bad. So we'll put Jose Serrano's Ghost on, follow that round, get a bit of practice in. Be interested to see where we start on the leaderboard, or on the pole. On the pole? On the grid. Nope, don't want TCS on. Just run +3 on the brake balance for this. Just have to get the hang of the steering again, because it's quite leery coming out of the corners. It's weird not changing up as well. Got to be a bit more careful on the Ford through this section, because it does have a tendency to skip a bit more. The acceleration on the Audi is definitely better. Which helps me if you don't carry as much speed through the corners. It does make up for it a little bit. So we've got the first race in 3 minutes. This is a pretty slow lap, this one, but we'll see how we get on. Need to do better on that turn-in. It's one of the trickiest corners, that. It's the 2 corners before the longest straights are the trickiest corners, and also the most important corners. Slightly better launch out of that one. Bit too hot on that corner. Yeah, a bit slow with this. Just need to get up to speed a bit more. Much better corner there, though. So I want to be about a second quicker up to that point. That's a better hairpin. That's a lot better. See the difference in the delta as well. Gained almost 3/10. Still pretty slow lap though. Still, decent warm up before the race starts. Hope we won't get paired with World Tour drivers tonight, like we did last night. Those are the sort of lobbies I could do without. Load of A plus drivers and a couple of World Tour drivers. Right, well, the race starting in 20 seconds. I have to do a bit quicker than this in the actual race. Oh, I ended a bit early. All right, see what we got. I'm on pole. That's a shame. Not a fan of being on pole. Don't recognise many of these names, though. These aren't the usual people I race against. Hey, Cole. How's it going? Only 1% now something about racing. New at what? In general? I mean, 17, that's pretty new. Thanks for popping in, though. That'd be good. Oh, cheers. Thanks for the stuff. All right, first race of the night. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm on pole. I don't like being on pole. I'd much rather follow from behind. Especially in a different car, because I was using the Ford last night. So we've got a few R8s. 911. Interesting. Nine eleven's a good car, but I'm just not sure it's suited for this circuit. Don't think it's quick enough. Switch over to the right. Hey, nice one. Ah, okay. I'm sure he'll overtake me pretty soon. First corner on the first lap is always horrible. Cold tyres do not help on that first section. For making through the first lap without doing anything majorly silly. I mean, Citroen's good for race C. let's get around there. I can see the logic of that. At the same time, I don't want the car behind to run into the back of me. Which is entirely possible. I mean, I could do without being run into the wall. You always get people just push past you. Feel free to give me a push down the hill. Good slipstream from the RCZ there. Tricky through that section. Right, made it through. That's good. Everyone's very close though. Hey Killer, 81, how's it going? That'd be good. Nearly got spun out by the car behind. It's really annoying the way people do that. They just push you out of the way. Here's Gianluca. It just massively slows you down. People get the nose on the inside and just completely push you over. Picked up a penalty there. Trying to stop myself spinning. 1 second! Ouch! That was harsh. It's not a good place to try and overtake someone. Hey, Brian. That'd be good. Three seconds for punting me off. Grid. Ah, okay. Right. The Viper's much faster than me on the straight, so I'm going to have to just keep on the coattails of it. Ah, another penalty. That's no good. Going to end up 8th. Ah, penalty did me at the end. I was unlucky. Hey F1 editors, how's it going? I've seen a couple of people in the Mercedes on this. First, don't see many RCZs though. Hey Bank, how's it going? Very good. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching the vertical stream, and obviously just hit the thumbs up on the horizontal. If you're on the vertical stream, tap those emojis as well. All helps. And consider subscribing if you are new. Let's do a variety of car and racing games. Don't normally stream on a Friday, but wanted to try and get another few races in on this. Hoping we gain some DR. I mean, there's some aggressive players in every A lobby. It's just how A lobbies are. Lamborghini is too slow. It's slower than the Audi. The gearing's weird on it as well for this circuit on the Lambo. Oh, I managed to lose DR. There we go. That went well. So I'm guessing J must be further down A than I am. 650 as well. Interesting choice. It's the PlayStation name. I've got it. It's the weird. I've got privacy stuff set up. It's a bit weird. So you have to be like friends with friends to send friend requests. Larder. Yeah. I'm sure that'll do well. I don't think there is any larders in this. I've never checked. Maybe there is a larder reaver in there somewhere. Right, if we're in the same lobbies, then it's going to be a case of taking the inside line everywhere. And if people are going to try and push past you, just block them off. It's going to have to be the way of it, I think. which is not a nice way to race. Cheers, Roms. I mean, there's a lot of way faster people than me on controller. But yeah, we're on a 126.5. So we're inside a second of the top times, which is pretty decent. And we had some of them in the lobbies last night. We had Chaffee was in. He was in the lobbies last night. And Kevin De Bruyne was in the lobbies last night as well. Which was great fun. I'm way faster on a controller. But then I've not really used the wheel much, so. I don't think I'm going to trouble my lap time. It's just a bit of a warm-up, really. That might be a penalty. It's pretty stable. I don't think I changed the brake balance. It's not too bad on zero. I mean, I wouldn't think so. Be nice though, Brian. Maybe not Thrustmaster. Logitech would be good. Or even Fanatec. But I haven't really got the space for a wheel. I mean, that's fair enough. Thanks for popping in, Mudo. Feel free to ask any questions. Let's see where this goes. A little bit slow through there. I mean, to a degree, but that's not always the case. I do have an Xbox for Forza Horizon 6, yes. And I will be playing Forza Horizon 6 when it comes out. I'll play it on Game Pass to start with, and then I'll probably pick it up when it comes out on PlayStation later in the year. Because this one's actually got cross-progression on it. So if I start it on Xbox, I can carry it on PlayStation later, because I just prefer the PlayStation controller. Oh, let me just catch up with chat. So hands going on my left controller. It's coming. There's a lot of chaos happens in the A-lobbies as well. But yeah, I know certain controllers can do that, depending on what you're used to. Because I find the Xbox controller can hurt me hand after a while, but it's mostly because I'm not used to it. Well, I am, but not as much as the PlayStation controller. Sometimes, like, different thumbsticks and different grips can help. Well, not holding the controller as tight as well. Well, yeah, I suppose strictly speaking, when you're racing, you should really, if you're not accelerating or braking, then I suppose you're not really doing anything. But then coasting is kind of like braking, but sometimes it's really tricky to do that all the time. Oh, wrong gear. Didn't mean to change it for a second. Hopefully the next race won't be as much carnage as the other one. Right, let's see who we get in this lobby. Is it going to be the same people? Yes. So I'm going to have to stay a bit more on the inside. I mean, Nitu's quick with that time. Well, they all are. They're all pretty quick. Anyone who gets in a 126 is pretty quick. So yeah, the Viper's brilliant on the straights, not so good through the middle bit. Interesting to see an RCZ though, I've not tried that. 4C will be amazing through the middle, but it will be quite slow on the straight. It's 4C is really good at handling, but not very good. The Ford GTLM race car. It's the Ford GT18 is the one that you use on this, but I'm using the the 2018 Ford GT is the one that's quick on this. I was using that last night. Yeah, like there's someone in the Ford GT. I might try that on zero brake buttons because it felt alright on the practice. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I'm in the Audi R8. Started the week in the Audi, tried the Ford, which was alright. I got a better lap time in the Ford, and then I went back to the Audi and managed to beat it again. So I'm sticking with the Audi for now. I mean, this will probably be the last night I'll race these this week. Because I'll probably play something else on Sunday. The Viper is insane off the line. Bit of carnage behind. Right, I just need to run away now. Got a decent exit. Bit slow through there. Managed to gain some of it back for those last couple of corners. The RCZ's the one behind me, I think. I'm just... oh, there's carnage behind. Cars all crashed into each other. Just gotta keep going. I mean, the Supra's alright, but that's not what I'm driving. I'm in the Audi R8. A little bit slow through there. Ah, penalty, rubbish. Could have done without that. 1 second. Why is it giving the 1 second all of a sudden? That should be on for a second. Well, I'm going to lose all my lead. Everyone else is going to catch up now. Surprised they got away with first still. That Viper is absolutely launching it. Got a good exit out of there, though. Yeah, unfortunately the penalty killed the gap. Penalty for the Viper. How is that not a penalty? This will be tight for the hairpin. Yeah, you have to knock across the pit lane. If you cross the line, you get a 3-second penalty. I mean, it's all about practice. It's watching replays of the faster drivers. Following the ghosts of the faster drivers. Oh dear. Someone got killed. That's better. Doggy having a big stretch behind me. I've got a dog lying right under my chair. 80 QM, how's it going? Yeah, like I was saying, following the faster drivers and watching the replays. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm kind of used to that. It was the penalty did me over. It did seem a bit harsh. I didn't think I cut the line that much, but such is the way. I mean, the guys were pretty quick. It didn't help because they'd have been battling. But I'm quite happy I got second back because I'd lost 2 places. And normally I wouldn't have gone for that move where I sort of nudged him aside a bit, but everyone else is doing it, so if that's what you're up against. Although people will moan. They're quite happy to push you out the way and get past, but if you do it to someone else, they'll moan like anything. Hey Noah, how's it going? God, this is taking a while, isn't it? Someone got in the pit. Someone at the end's just running around. There's a Z4. One of the World Tour drivers was using a Z4. I might have lost a bit of SR in that one because I did nudge the car in front a couple of times. Oh no, we didn't. We gained SR. That went okay. So we should have hopefully gained back the DR that we lost in the last one. Where are we up to? Let's have a look. Nearly back halfway through A. Our sportsmanship rating is down a tiny bit. Try and get that back. But our driver rating, we started quite low in A this week because we had a couple of dodgy weeks. Because we were right up at the top a couple of weeks back. And then it kind of went downhill for a couple of weeks. But we're clawing it back. Hopefully we'll get some good races next week. I've not seen any info about next week's races yet. So they mustn't have been revealed yet. Just having a quick look, see if there's any info. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get the ghost on. Yeah, nothing yet. Probably come out tomorrow. Ansgrow, yes, you can have that if you go to a restaurant and order it. Right. Load that ghost up. I mean, that's quite a big order. Good job we wrote it down. I don't think Deliveroo use Audi R8s these days. Maybe they should. The food would be hotter when it gets there. I'm in DRA, Ron. Yeah, quality time is currently a 1:26.550. Oh, didn't mean to change down to second there. Still trying to push up towards A+, but I don't really play it enough. Didn't mean to slide that corner. Yeah, you have to kind of grind the dailies a bit to get to A+. If you want to get there quickly, anyway. Ah, caught the sausages. Catch those black sausage kits, it proper slows you down. The brake balance I've got it on 0 at the moment. I've been using 3, but I quite like 0 on this, on the Audi at the moment. Traction control's turned off. ABS is on default, which is what most people have it on default all week, I think. A little bit better. I play a variety of car and racing games mostly. It's mostly Gran Turismo 7 we play, but also Forza Horizon. Been playing a bit of that. Tokyo Extreme Racer, played that a bit recently. Oh, I've overshot that corner. Screamer, play that. Currently working my way through the story in Screamer. What else have we been playing? Carmageddon Road Shift, played that a bit. Project Motor Racing, played some of that. JDM, Japanese Drift Master, played some of that. What else? Trail Out, which is a bit like Flat Out, played that a while. Only done one stream on Trail Out, need to play that again. We even played Mavericks, which is a mountain biking game, played that recently as well, because it's a kind of racing. But yeah, a mixture. Mostly sort of arcadey type stuff, apart from this. I mean, if they bring, when they eventually bring LMU to console, I'll give that a go. Assuming it plays well on controller, and I believe LMU does play well on controller. There's a lot of controller players about. I'm not really into F1. A few people have asked me that. Yeah, I'm not an F1 fan. Oh yeah, WRC I played as well. Not much though. I did some of the training missions on WRC because that's the motorsport I do actually watch. The rallying. But yeah, I tend to play a bit of this during the week. Get one or two streams on Gran Turismo, doing the dailies, generally daily race B, and then I'll tend to mix it up. I don't normally stream on a Friday. It's just I fancied another session of this, so I'll play something else on Sunday, Sunday night. So I usually put a poll up for the games we've been playing to see what people want to play or want me to play. We did some Forza Horizon 5 last Sunday. Trying to get through one of the stories. There's the RC update for Crew Motorfest that's coming out soon as well. I'll probably give that a go. Yeah, I don't know with LMU how long it'll be for console. I know they're working on it. I could see it taking a few people from this. Because the people who are like into the daily race C crowd, as I like to call them, the daily race C crowd are a bit more hardcore on the racing, because I'm quite casual with it. But they'll go nuts on LMU, especially if it's crossplay. I mean, it'd have to be crossplay. If it isn't, there's not much point. But if it does have full crossplay with PC, then I could see a lot of people moving to LMU. Because the people who are into all the different like weather conditions and a bit more Sims type stuff, get frustrated with this. And the penalty system as well is a bit naff. But it's one of them, because Gran Turismo wants to be an accessible game, which is why you don't see tuning and race weather that much. Because when they put tuning and weather in the races, it makes the races more difficult and less people play them that way. So they throw them in occasionally, but not very often, because the player numbers go down. Because it's a casual, at the heart, it's an accessible, casual game. Let's leave it on 0. So yeah, and the same with the penalty system. If it was like a really harsh penalty system, then a lot of people wouldn't play it because they just get frustrated. So, but such is the way of things. I would like a slightly fairer penalty system, but it's hard to do. I mean, an AI penalty system would be good. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Don't know what happened to Nitu there. Way too slow on that corner. I had to wait to get back on the power because I'd gone too wide. Car behind seemed to squirrel around a lot. I always find him a bit slower when I'm up front. I'm generally quicker when I'm following another car. Don't know what's going on behind. Bit of a gap again. Just gotta try and not mess it up. Well, I messed that up. That was a terrible set of corners. Show the car. I will do on the straight. It's the Audi R8. I'll switch the view over in a sec. Just let me get down this bit. That's it. Oh, that might have been a penalty. No, got away with it. Managed to get back above 2 seconds. Just trying to be careful. Yeah, going through the tunnels is tricky. I'm trying to be sort of extra careful. Yeah, just trying to take it easy. I'm not going to try not to do a drift in a race. Because if I do a drift, it means I'm losing time. I'm quite slow on that hairpin as well. But I don't want to push it and risk spinning the car, because if the back end slides, I'll lose even more time. That's a penalty. Car went all out of shape. So that's me losing first place. Because I'll lose a second for that. a shame. Just the back end went. Yeah, it was a shame. It's a shame the car behind didn't pick up a penalty as well. But yeah, it messed it up on that one corner. Still, it's a good result. I got the benefit of everyone else messing up behind for a lot of it. But yeah, that penalty just caught me out. Without that, I'd got the win without the penalty. It's just the back end. I could feel it when I was going through the section. I could feel the car starting to slide, and I had to slow down to bring it back under control. Otherwise, I'd have just spun out. So, better to come second and be facing the wrong way and come last. Dog's still fast asleep. You can probably see bits of him on the camera. You can see back end of dog kind of down there. Well, we got some more DR and SR, so that's all right. So our SR is now back to full, and our DR is halfway up, so that's all right. Decent recovery so far this week. But yeah, cheers everyone for popping in. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new. On the vertical stream, you can just double tap to like the stream. Tap those emojis as well, that always helps. Don't think I'm going to get near the 21.26.5. But you never know. It does feel a lot more stable with the brake balance on 0 though. Hey Kevin, see how's it going? Hope you're good. Hit the brakes a tiny bit late then. You want to try and hit the end of the hairpin just as where the road dips, because it helps you rotate around the hairpin. But it's tricky to get it spot on. Which is pre-recorded. So whoever wanted to drift, there you go. The ghost I'm chasing is the top Audi on the leaderboards. No, this is not my ghost. This is the, what, second on the leaderboard? So they're, what, about 8/10 quicker than me. My fastest is a 1:26.550. And the ghost I'm chasing is a 1:25.8, I think. But the ghost resets every sector, so it doesn't get too far ahead. I mean, I could load in my fastest ghost, but I like just straight chasing the top leaderboard ghosts. It might be a penalty, the back end slid. Oh no, we got away with it. Didn't really work. But my time's what, top 500s, I guess? But what you can do, is I'll show you on this, because not a lot of people do this, is when you've set a lap, if you set a best lap, well, record it as the best lap, it'll just save whatever your best lap was. It'll, like, the replay of it. And then if you go into the settings, in ghost settings, you can load a ghost. So these are the laps I've saved. So that was from last year sometime in the Viper. And this was the one. That's my fastest, a 1:26.550. So I could load in that ghost, because I've saved it as a best lap, and follow my own ghost if I wanted to. And any friends, if you share it like publicly, you can download friends' ghosts and load them in, so you can race against friends. I've got my personal best turned off, which is just the best for this session. It's not the best. The loaded ghost is the leaderboard one I've got, or I can set that display loaded ghost. Reset ghost position is when you go over every sector marker, it resets it back to the offset, which is 0.3 seconds. I've got it set because I don't like it when you're right on top of the ghost when you're racing, because I like it to be slightly ahead. So I set it on 0.3. But yeah, so you can do a couple of things with the ghost. But it's like my time is, I'm 559th, but I've downloaded that ghost, Jose Serrano. That's the ghost I've been chasing. So yeah, you just load it, and then you chase that one. And you can actually you can map a key if you want. Well, you can actually set a button to toggle the ghost on and off. Because some people like to do that, so when they overlap the ghost, they'll turn it off and then turn it back on again. The thing with the top leaderboard ghost, obviously their line and their speed is better than my best ghost. Here we go. Started putting the A+ drivers in. I prefer a controller. I don't really race on a wheel. Oh, he's got a good time. He's improved that. Yeah, he's improved his time. He was on a 126, 5 something. Hey Boris, they've not been too bad. The first one was a bit iffy, but the other two have been okay. Got a couple of podiums. This will be a lot trickier because we've got a load of A+ drivers in. Yeah, Big Fight Racing does. I think he's on over 100 subs now. He did really well off his shorts. He had loads of YouTube shorts, and his channel exploded. It grew really, really fast. But his shorts are good. He plays in VR. But yeah, I've watched a couple of streams. He's a good racer. Obviously, with it being VR, he can't check the chat as much, but I think he's got text-to-speech on it. But yeah, he's all right. Oh, cheers, Nicholas. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming in. Let's see how this race goes. We're a bit further back on this one. We've been on pole for the other ones this tonight. I wonder if shenanigans will have shenanigans. That'll be a penalty, I think. Slowing George up here. Terrible first lap. Give me a push, go on. Don't try and get past, give me a push. If you give me a push, we'll both catch them up. I do like golf games. I don't play them much these days. I did platinum Tiger Woods 11. Georgie's gone over the side. So I'm going to lose out to the Viper's just ridiculous anyway. I've not really played any of the recent golf games. I play a couple of FPS games and that's about it. It's mostly car and driving games, but I'll play R8s occasionally in the finals and a bit of Rocket League. Yeah, Viper's ridiculously quick. Struggles on the corners though. It was slowing me down through the middle section. I mean, if I can keep 8th, I'll be well happy. In this lobby. I'm expecting there'll be some sort of messing up. All the cars are bunching up again. Yeah, supposed to do. The Viper just pulls away. It's probably pushing Georgie along. I may as well just stick behind the Viper, because I'm not going to catch it. I may as well just use the slipstream and see if he gets a penalty on this bit. No, it's the next lap. So I'm going to have to brake super early for this. Bit too early, as it turns out. So these two might take each other out. I'm hoping Georgie slows him down again through the middle. But yeah. I'm predicting carnage. Oh dear, Big Fat Racing's gone and I've just got a penalty. Another penalty. Got dirty tyres. Someone else gone as well. This is going to get very messy. It's another second and a half, I think. Oh. Don't know what happened to that guy. Did he overcook it? Yeah, I had dirty tyres. And it's just messed me up through a couple of corners, which got me the penalties. Shame, it would have been on for some DR out of that one. Yeah, just got caught out. Penalties did me in. Yeah, the left indicator was a bit annoying. Yeah, we lost a bit of DR. It's a shame the penalties, because we'd have been a couple of places higher because everyone went out. I mean, we're one position below the DR, so we won't have lost much. Yeah, we won't really have lost much. I mean, there wasn't anything too dodgy going on. It's a little bit of banging together, but that was about it. Yeah, I've not really lost anything. I mean, SR is maxed out now. That's good. Go again. But yeah, for those of you who are new in, hello. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching the vertical stream. Consider subscribing if you're new as well, because we do a variety of car and racing games on PlayStation and Xbox mostly. I mean, I'd like to do some PC indie games, but my laptop is kind of on the ragged edge just doing the streams. So yeah, it wouldn't cope with playing a game and streaming. Yeah, next on the list is a new PC. Alright, see if we can iron out some of these mistakes. You've got to be right on the edge of when you can get the power down on these corners. Taking that corner a lot better. I was struggling on that quite a lot at the beginning of the week, but it's definitely a lot better. I'm still a few tenths off where I want to be at that point though. Penalty. Went over the line. It's so tricky to get that. And that's 1 second. I'm sure they've upped the penalties on this, you know. Because that was only half a second doing that earlier in the week. I wonder if they've tweaked the penalties. Because occasionally they do that. If they find a lot of people abusing a certain track limit, then they'll up the penalties on it. Got to be so careful on the steering angle. You got a little bit too much steering angle when you put the power down. Back end starts to skid out like it did then. And as soon as any of the tyres start sliding, you're just losing time. And depending where it is, like if you wheel spin on this hairpin, you can lose about 3/10 by the end of the second gear. Totally wrong gear. But yeah, even a tiny wheel spin on the hairpin can lose you 3/10 of a second by the time you get to the line, because it's such a long, fast straight. It's surprising how small the margins are. Because I went into that corner way too fast. Didn't quite turn in early enough then. Yeah, penalty. Didn't turn enough. It's quite tricky to judge that hairpin as well, because it very much depends on how good an exit you got from the corner before. So you have to kind of remember what kind of exit you had, and then judge the braking distance on that, because you have to hit it so precisely. Caught the grass then. That's the way it is though. Once you start getting sort of towards the top end of A and hitting A+, you've got to be pretty much perfect, otherwise you just don't challenge. Because I'm only making minor mistakes compared to the leaderboard time I'm chasing, but I'm 8/10 down on my fastest lap. And that's from just like really tiny differences. That's like getting on the throttle a couple of milliseconds slower and stuff like that. It's absolutely mad. I mean, some tracks are more forgiving than others. This one's particularly harsh because you've got two really important bends with massive straights after them. If you've got a more flowy track, then it's not quite as important. Because that middle section is all about how much speed you can carry through it whilst keeping the car under control. This bit is how fast you can get on the power without car sliding. And then the next corner is carried as much speed as you can around that final bend to get onto the long straight. And then obviously the same for the hairpin. It's braking as late as you can to get the perfect amount of turn in to get on the power as early as possible. We did a stint in the Ford last night. Nicholas. Yeah, so we did a stint in the Ford last time. That was Red Fox in. And Crazy Tough. Yeah, because I was on a 126.6 yesterday, and I managed to in the Ford. I was on a 126.8. Managed to get to a high 126.6 in the Audi. Got to a low 126.6 in the Ford, and then hit a 126.5 in the Audi today. Hey, Orville. Or Orv11, sorry. Are we good? Let's manoeuvre my chair position, because I'm kind of sinking into my chair. That's better. I'm actually quite liking zero brake balance on this as well. Feels a little bit more stable through the middle section. It's probably not quicker, but it feels a bit more stable, which I'd rather have in the race. I mean, the Ford GT is decent on a straight. It's got a good top speed, but it can struggle through the corners a bit. It's just some sections, it doesn't like the curbs as much. And I just found I'm slightly quicker in the Audi. Interesting to see the 4C. I would have thought that would be too slow. Cheers for the sub, much appreciated. Oh, there's a lot going on. I'll catch up with that in a sec. Yeah, cheers for the subs. A little bit slow around that hairpin. I need to try and catch up with these again. I'm only just in the slipstream. Oh, I'm out of it now because they've all got each other's slipstreams. Cars behind both went a bit mad. Didn't brake enough for that corner. Lost a ton of speed up the hill. Massively overshot that. A little bit better. Managed to gain a little bit of time back. Just outside the slipstream though, because it's going to kill me all the way down. I'm going to have to brake earlier. It's just not working, that brake distance. Ah, back end win. Hey Joe. I can't turn the car around. There's no space. No space to turn it round. And it won't let you go in reverse until the car's completely stopped. That's like Austin Powers trying to do like a 300-point turn. Back end went, I just couldn't get it. Couldn't save it. Just went too far. Oh, I've got dirty tyres now, so the car won't stop. Well, it's the first time we've binned it this week. That makes a change. It's a shame really, because I thought I had traction. It's just when I tried to get it, I had too much steering angle and the back end went. Someone in front had a penalty. And that was too early on the brakes. Must have had a little bit of a slipstream. Should have a car reset turned on, I suppose. Would have got me back in it quicker. There's a bus going over the bridge. Well, that was a shame. It's going alright until then. We didn't lose any SR. Right, do one more. See how much did that? That's probably like damaged our SR a bit. Yeah, dropped a fair chunk off that. I don't know if I loaded the ghost up. Let's do that. I mean, have a look. Watch the top times, depending which car you use. Watch the ghost. Well, watch the lap. See what they do. Where they brake. What line they take. What gear they're in. And follow their ghosts around as well. Load the ghost up. Chase that around. And see where you lose time. It's the main thing. $127 should be doable. The most important corners are this one and the one before this one. And in the middle section, it's trying to carry as much speed through as you can, but don't try and go too fast through it. Because if you go too fast through the middle section, you lose tons of time. Same with going wide on bends. And use manual gears if you aren't already. See if this will end up as a 127. A little bit of wheel spin there, messed me up. Bit too much steering angle. It's probably be a low 127s. 127.054. Lost a load of time through there. Brake too late for that corner. See if we do the hairpin a bit better. No, because we went over the line, so that's a penalty. Yeah, they've definitely changed that. That was never a second earlier in the week. So that was a 126. Yeah, just sneaking over the line was never a 1 second penalty. Oops. Don't want to do that. There's a bit where the track dips as you go around that hairpin, and you want to catch that. It's like a little banked bit. And if you catch it, the car rotates so much faster. So I'm braking just after the start of the curbs. Getting on the power again when I see that yellow barrier. Dropping down a gear for a bit of extra rotation through this section. Got to try and keep close to that without hitting it. Hit the brakes just as we go over that curb. And I've gone too wide because I didn't brake hard enough. That'll be a penalty. This would have been alright if I hadn't done that. Mind you, 154.8. 54.8 is not brilliant. It's alright. See what this time it end up as. 126.9, maybe. Don't think it'll count. It won't count anyway because of the penalty. Oh, 126.8. Okay. No, we're not going to get another lap in, unfortunately. That time it was much harder to rotate the car around the hairpin because I didn't quite catch the banked area right on the hairpin edge. And that's going to cost you a couple of tenths. Oops. So yeah, he does quite well. The guy, the ghost in front, he dips the tyre into the grass. And that normally causes you loads of issues. On controller it does anyway. Not bad corner. Our race will start in a sec anyway. Just as well that came in, so I was about to mess that section up. Right, couple of A pluses in here. Mixing it up with the A plus guys. Captain Slowly is usually pretty quick. Hopefully it'll connect me to the race. Cheers everyone for coming in. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Helps get the stream out for other people. And double tap if you're on the vertical stream. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Also helps. Don't think we've got any info on the new races yet for next week. See if there's anything popped up yet. Guessing it'll be tomorrow morning now. Thanks for the sub. Much appreciated. I can't actually read that, but thanks. Yeah, I don't think there's no news on the new races yet. Yeah, I'll probably come out tomorrow. Keep an eye on the community posts, because I usually stick a community post up when I find out the dailies for next week. I mean, pretty much everyone else does as well. Puts posts up. But yeah, as soon as I find out, I'll stick a post up. Hoping it's something decent for race B next week. It's going to be Group 4. I would guess. I mean, that's normally the way it works. But I'll get a better idea when we see what the tyres are. It's often a good indicator of what we're dealing with. But yeah, I'd expect Group 4. Not had Laguna Seca for a while. Oh, let's see how this one goes. It's the last one of the night. He messed up the first corner. Ah, it's half-second penalty. Tap the wall. Oh wow, got away with it. Normally you only have to brush that wall, it's half a second. Hey, Fat Gandalf. I don't know. Group 4 isn't too bad. As long as it's not Dragon Trail Seaside, I don't really mind. Oh yeah, I don't want the Nordschleife for all Le Mans either. But I'll take pretty much anything else. Just Gandalf, okay. Captain slowly had a bit of a mare. This is Deep Forest Raceway. It's a fictional track in Gran Turismo 7. Decent hairpin at last. Yeah, you definitely won't see this night racing. There's a decent gap behind now. It's do with someone in front getting a penalty or making a mistake. And us not getting a penalty or making a mistake. A little bit slow on the hairpin. But quicker than the car behind. I'm guessing there was contact behind. Oh, I went way too wide there. Guy in front's been sliding a bit. Yeah, some of the penalties count. I'm in the Audi R8 for this. Oh, rubbish. Hit the brakes way too hard then. And I got a penalty for cutting the corner. I was trying not to overshoot because I had that bit of slipstream. Completely messed it up. Oh, I'm making a mess of this. Just got to try and keep far enough in front of the car behind to avoid losing a place. Which we should get away with it. With a half second. Yeah, it depends on your driving style. I started on Tuesday on the Audi R8 and I got a 150, I can't remember what it was, 126.8 was what I got originally. Managed to improve it to a 126.6 high end. Changed to the Ford GT. Managed to get a low 126.6. And then changed back to the R8. And got a 126.5. So for me, Audi R8 is the best. But your mileage may vary. Right, hopefully we've got enough. We don't mess up the hairpin again. Hey, Nicholas. I would have thought the Porsche was a bit slow on the straights. Oh no, Messi's gone. I mean, oh dear. Hurrah. Free place. And we needed a decent hairpin. I mean, got some DR back anyway. That'll do. That will do. It does sound good, doesn't it? Saying that, the Ford GT sounds pretty nice in this as well. But there we go. A stack of R8s. Spa I do like, but it doesn't like controllers on Gran Turismo. Due to a couple of controller limitations, it's very difficult to set competitive times at Spa on a controller, unfortunately. Yeah, I can get that. I can see why. You have to be very careful on the throttle with these. The Porsche is generally a lot more planted. But yeah, that was the last race for me for tonight. Let's see where we finished. So our sportsmanship rating is maxed out. Our DR is halfway through A. So we've managed to get it back to halfway, which is good because we started quite low down this week in A. Monza's not too bad. I don't mind it. I think anything with a quick left-right turn is tricky on a controller. Anything with long sweeping bends like Spa is tough because you don't get the steering angle. You can't get the same steering angle on a controller as you can on a wheel. And I've checked it on the replays with the little dot that goes above the thing, and it's just not possible to get the same steering angle. And there's a couple of corners at Spa especially you can't take flat on a controller, but you can on a wheel. So that's a bit of a pain. And also the steering from left to right is quite slow on controller. Even on the highest sensitivity, I've got my sensitivity set to 10. It's like max on this. And this, if you go between left and right really quick, I can move the thumbstick obviously in a fraction of a second to left and right, but the steering of the car doesn't move that quick. And it's slower than you can do on a wheel. So any quick left-right, you're slower on a controller as well. But saying that, because of the max steering angle, you can't steer so far that you induce understeer in the car where you can on a wheel. So if you take it too far, then your car just goes forward because you don't get any grip. But yeah, otherwise, swings and roundabouts. The controller has got a bit of buffering to help smooth out the throttle and the steering, which helps. And the feedback's really great on the DualSense. They've done such a brilliant job of letting you know what the car's doing through the DualSense controller. Yeah, so I mean, it plays better than any other racing game on a controller, in my opinion, anyway. Saying that, I've not tried the PC sim, so maybe some of them are better. LMU's meant to be decent on a controller, but I'll reserve my judgment until I get the chance to play it. Right, let's see what we get. Say that. Last night's tickets were horrendous. Anyone who saw that, we just got parts. Useless last night. 2 4-star tickets and they're both rubbish. Let me just fill the oil before I forget. Let me just do that. Right. So while that's busy filling, where's my buttons? Moved them around again. Right, thanks everyone for popping in. That was it for me for tonight. I had some good races tonight. Only binned it once this week, which I'm quite happy with. A bit of dodginess in the first race, but then they were pretty decent after that. We had a couple of good results. Our DR's up for the week, so I can't complain. I hate Nordschleifer, Nicholas, so no is the answer to that. Yeah, so I'll be back on Sunday with something else. I will put a poll up, as usual, see what people fancy seeing from a couple of games. When I find out the races for next week, I'll post them on a community post. So yeah, there'll be a poll for Sunday's races, Sunday's game, and a poll for, well, not a poll, just a post with the next week's races as soon as I find them out. But thanks everyone for coming in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for chatting, because otherwise it's just me talking to myself. Hopefully we'll get some good races for race B next week. So I'll be back on this Tuesday. A plus on a wheel and so yeah, well that's it. GT7 is great on a controller. Nice for getting A+. It's not easy. But yeah, I'm rubbish on a wheel as well. But then I've only tried a T150 and it's not a very good wheel. So maybe with a direct drive one, it'll be better, but it'll take some practice. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll catch you next time. Thanks again. Bye for now.